It's Bill from Melbourne City Maintenance, and here we are at this Weatherboard repair and paint job in Eltham. And I'm going to take you through this place and show you thoroughly some of the issues that occur on weatherboard homes that are not visible on first inspection. And after sanding and washing down the entire property, we get to reveal some of the damage that needs to be repaired. There's a fair amount of rot on this side where the boards were previously really badly prepared so that the previous owners could put the place on the market and just change the color. As we pressure washed, we revealed that a lot of the paint was barely hanging on and it flaked completely off the timber surfaces. And then as we continue to walk around this place, we see to what extent the deterioration has occurred. Now the good thing is 90% of this place is in good condition and it doesn't require a lot of additional work, but there are some areas of the windows that are heavily rotten down the bottom. Now the rest of the window is quite good, and in order not to have the entire window replaced, we did our best to close the holes and repair the rot so that the windows last a little longer and they can become a repair job later on. Once again, the joins was where the worst of the problems were. We revealed those joins in the weatherboards and nailed them back, and then also made sure that they were filled properly so that there was no gaps and water penetrating. And there was a number of rotten weatherboards in this space here that we went about replacing to make sure that, again, water wasn't penetrating into any other part of the frame of the house. It had been a really long time between painting coats on the deck, and as a result the previous coating was barely hanging on. There was a lot of mold and mildew also built up on the deck in this part of Melbourne where the weather gets quite cold overnight and the water can be stagnant on the deck for quite some time. It does create the ideal conditions for that, so the deck does need to be resealed regularly, probably about every 18 months. And after we've gone through the process of removing all the flaky paint, we revealed the condition of the deck and what was left for us to do to make it look really good. You'll see in a moment the difference that we created was quite amazing. So here we are now about 3 weeks later. We've put so much work, 3 people for about 3 weeks into this place, working Monday to Friday, where we have now put white on the trim, which is the windows. The weatherboards are Colorbond Surf Mist, and the trim is Colorbond Woodland Grey, which is a combination of colours that won't date. Quite modern at the moment, quite popular at the moment. We've done a lot of houses in this colour and they really do look great at the end, and they make timber work pop. You really get to see your timber work and the part of the house that is meant to be a feature. So we just love putting these colours on people's homes, and we know that they are going to love them for a really long time. You can see now that the flaky paint is all gone. All areas where paint was removed and flaked off has now been replaced and looks immaculate. The area around the spa is now nice to stand on and walk on rather than feeling terrible underfoot. There was some loose nails on the deck, so we punched those in and made sure that they weren't protruding. We gave the windows, the sliding windows, a coat of the same product that is on the deck, and they were prepared by getting the old product completely off by sanding them right to bare timber. As we go around the corner of the house, you can see that every area of this place has been sorted out. Even the garden beds were painted and made to look really sharp and clean again. And this back area where we had some damage to the rotten windows has now been sorted. The joints have all been repaired and nailed back into position so that they don't move and let water in. The missing architraves from the windows have been replaced, and the rotten weatherboards that were replaced have now been painted. If you have a place that you would like to get painted and you would like a free quote, please call Bill from Melbourne City Maintenance on 0403 162 374, and I'll be happy to come around, give you a quote and recommend some colours and explain our process in more detail.